time for its questionable translation and excessive amounts of censorship. And even despite these factors, I really came to enjoy...
Hold on. Greetings, my empire. Dre's here back with another video, and today we're gonna be reacting to the appeal of One Piece, where to start. Now, a lot of people recommended me this video in the comments and stuff. You feel me? A lot of people was recommending, and I'm like, you know what? I might as well watch it before I start actually watching One Piece. If you didn't know, I'm reacting to the first episode of One Piece on Wednesday, so y'all should go check it out. It's gonna be lit. And comment down below in this video, do y'all prefer sub or dub? You feel me? Which one do y'all prefer me to watch the first episode? And I don't know which one. I could watch it in either. Simple. You feel me? So we gonna see what this video talking about, the appeal of One Piece. I think I get the appeal, but maybe he about to tell me some stuff I don't even know. You feel me? Anyway, before we get into the video, you already know, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, join the empire. Helps me out, helps the channel out, helps the channel grow. Make sure to join my Discord. You can send me reaction requests in the links thread. You feel me? And without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's see what he's talking about.
For a while now, there has been a certain ominous shadow cast across this channel. You see, as a YouTuber, I'm generally known for four things: my long, in-depth videos, my love of all things shonen, my utterly flawless spelling, and my absolutely perfect pronunciation of the Japanese language. And the problem with those former two is that at some point it means that I need to do a video on the series One Piece. Which is fine. I like One Piece quite a lot, in fact. But the issue comes from how insanely long the series is, currently residing at its 830th chapter, and the staggering breadth of its world, which, according to the One Piece wiki, has currently 866 named characters. Bro, I know because I counted.
A lot of people, like, I feel like the thing about One Piece that a lot of people like just are repelled from is like the episodes, bro. Because I know anime watchers who can't even like watch 50 episode animes without cutting it off. You feel me? Like a lot of people like to don't like those long animes that like, I know people who just watch 12 episode animes. You feel me? Like anything over they start to be like, it's too long. You feel me? So a series that's like 1,000 plus. He said 800. It's 1,000 plus now, my boy. A series like that, people like a lot of people won't watch it. You feel me? Me, it don't matter to me because you know what I'm saying? I watch Naruto. Naruto was like 600 something. I can handle the long animes, but I know people who just like watching 12 episode animes. You feel me? Like One Punch Man type stuff. You feel me?
And it took a long time. So how does one talk about such a massive series like One Piece? Well, the answer that I've come to, at least, is the same way that one devours a whale. And that is piece by piece. One piece.
Hold on, why did that catch me?
What we're going to do here today
that wasn't supposed to catch
that
me.
Rather than go straight into a full why you should watch/read, which, don't worry, we will get to, is to first put out a shorter video covering what I consider some of the broader structural aspects of One Piece, which will then free us up and allow us to take a much deeper dive into the characters and themes later on.
I ain't gonna lie.
So with this in mind,
I was looking clean. How Luffy was just fighting those guys. That was looking kind of clean.
Consider this an entree with the main course still to come. And let's discuss the appeal of One Piece.
Okay, talk to me.
Where to start? I first encountered One Piece in 2006 on the UK television version of Toonami, and unbeknownst to me at the time, what I was watching was the infamous 4Kids dub.
Bro, if you know about Toonami, you know, bro. Toonami is like that's a piece of my childhood. I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? If you know, you know.
Which would become well known over time for its questionable translation and excessive amounts of censorship. And even despite these factors, I really came to enjoy...
Hold on. Bro really turned his cigarette into a lollipop, bro. I heard the 4 Kids was like, people was telling me the 4 Kids was bad, bro, like really, really bad. But they really turned his cigarette into a lollipop, bro. Wow. I mean, cigarettes is bad for you, so I can't blame the cigarettes is bad for you. Like nicotine, I don't know. That's crazy. That's great.
Censorship. And even despite these factors, I really came to enjoy the adventures of Nami, Zoro, and of course Luffy. The series had a unique playfulness to it that made it stand out from other more stoic series I'd seen up until this point, like Bleach and Dragon Ball Z. And even in the show's more dramatic moments, there was always a tremendous amount of fun to be had. Of course, as I watched the imaginative pirate
Luffy going
adventure
crazy.
on
I'm kind of paying attention to
TV,
him too.
what I was completely unaware of was what a world-shattering phenomenon I was actually dealing with. That revelation would only strike me several years later, when, on a trip to Japan, it became obvious what a massive deal One Piece actually was.
Bro, Japan
Around every corner in every shop seemed to lie another new...
Bro, Japan is like heavily like they really support their animes. Like they have whole shops dedicated to anime figuring. Bro, Japan is low-key like an anime watcher's wet dream, bro. Like a lit place to live, you feel me? If you could, you know what I'm saying?
New piece of Straw Hat Pirate
especially if you like subs.
Luffy and his ragtag crew were everywhere on everything. One Piece branded bread, One Piece bath salts, even entire One Piece branded shops. I'm telling you. It was incredible to see how what I thought was a simple show about pirates utterly dominate the mass consciousness of a single country. The closest thing I could liken it to was the Simpsons mania of early 90s America.
Yeah.
This was, of course, before I started looking into things like global sales figures and weekly show rankings.
I've seen things
and if
like
I had,
that
I would have known things like the fact that One Piece has sold over 400 million units worldwide, making it the 3rd biggest selling comic in existence, recently beating out Spider-Man for the number 3 spot, leaving only Batman and Superman ahead of.
Yeah, they said One Piece. I think somebody told me One Piece is the best-selling manga. You feel me? I thought it was a manga above One Piece, but it said comic. Okay.
And even then, in 2016, Batman sold 1,859,956 units, and Superman sold 828,069 units. And you could even roughly double the sales of both series by taking into account all their offshoot titles. And it still wouldn't even come close to the 12 million in sales that One Piece sold that same year. And where things really start to get crazy is that if these trends were to continue and One Piece were to run for another decade, it would nearly certainly surpass Batman in lifetime global sales.
That's
crazy. If it were to run for another 2 decades, which for Oda's sake I hope doesn't happen, it would surpass even Superman becoming the biggest selling comic in existence.
Do you know who Superman is?
I'm not saying
I ain't gonna lie.
They gotta it's a hell of a thing to consider. And so
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He said 2 decades more, bro. Do you know what a decade is? That's 20 more years. I ain't gonna lie. Like, how many episodes of One Piece you think that's gonna be out in 20 decades? Probably like close to 3,000-4,000. Bro, One Piece is gonna be like a series you gonna have to finish in your lifetime, bro.
As a series about a pirate boy made of rubber managed to capture the hearts and minds of so many people worldwide. Well, to put it simply, the primary appeal of One Piece is the simple premise of adventure. And yes, that is also the core concept of countless other shonen series, but nothing really captures the same sense of scale and exploration as the world of pirates. Our hero on this voyage is the energetic young pirate, Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy is a simple character with a simple goal, to find the mysterious treasure known as One Piece, and in doing so, become king of the pirates. This was Luffy's primary motivator from chapter 1 and remains so in chapter 834. And this keeps Luffy's journey along the one distinct path, which is a concept surprisingly unique to One Piece. In most other shonen series, our heroes will go on several different large adventures throughout the course of its run, and these are what make up the arcs. But in One Piece's case, it's always the same journey along the same path, to the point that you can actually chart Luffy's route out on a physical map. And the sub-arcs come from the various different islands or land masses the crew encounters along the way. This works particularly well as it makes the core story of One Piece very easy to understand, while also allowing for a massive amount of variety in the series sub-arcs. Some can be very simple, like the Barty arc, in which the Straw Hats visit a famous sailing restaurant in order to recruit a chef. Or very complicated like the Dressrosa arc, in which the crew must untangle a web of political intrigue and face down a vicious and tyrannical false king. And because of how the arcs are structured, with literal massive quantities of ocean between them, there's no real limit to the kind of stories One Piece can tell. They start off fairly villain of the week-esque, with most enemies being rival pirate captains, but as we move on, we see the Straw Hats embroiled in government conspiracies, abducted by massive haunted ghost ships, springing jailbreaks, and even being at the center of large-scale global conflicts. And throughout the entire adventure, there's this real genuine sense of time and progress. When Luffy sets out on his journey from Fuchsia Village, he has little more to his name than a wooden dinghy and his straw hat. And now, 20 years later, he's an infamous pirate warlord, the world-famous captain of one of the most renowned pirate crews in all of existence.
Look at Luffy looking clean! Okay! Bro, Luffy could take my bitch. You can have her. You feel me?
The Straw Hat Pirates, of whom include a master samurai, a technologically advanced pantsless cyborg, and even an undead violinist with a awful, amazing sense of humor. One of the core joys of One Piece is watching Luffy slowly ascend in status and build his crew, as each new battle propels him closer to his dream while also increasing his notoriety worldwide. It's not ever a story you could accuse of moving quickly, but it is always moving, and I think it's only when you look back that you see how far Luffy and his crew have actually come. Of course, the success of an adventure series is largely dependent on the world the adventure takes place in, and this is another area where the series shines. One Piece's world, to put it simply, is the largest, most intricately detailed and well thought out of any of the long-running shonen series, which may not be obvious from the offbeat cartoonish designs of Oda's artwork, but make no mistake, this is a world of layers, with its own government, economy, cultural and racial divides, with many, many different factions, all of whom
it's a very good world, you feel me? I might have to think on that.
Luffy and his crew are often at the center, or at least involved in large-scale global incidents. The world also progresses entirely separate to them. Major plot incidents completely separate from the Straw Hats are common, and when they do occur, they reverberate throughout the world on such a scale that it drastically affects the lives of every character in it, such as Porticus D. Ace's showdown with Blackbeard that resulted in the Great Summit War. It always feels like there's a larger picture in One Piece, and depending on the global political climate of the time, Luffy and the Straw Hats' allies and enemies can switch from arc to arc, giving the world this intriguing, ever-changing dynamic.
Pirate became a
so One Piece's world succeeds on a grand scale. But what may be even more impressive...
You ever see that meme where it's like, with the enemy, with the, like, the person is a villain, they hella powerful, but when they join the good side, they weak all of a sudden, bro? There's a lot of people like that. Like, who was that like, bro? I'm trying to remember somebody. There was some, bro, there's a lot of people like that, you feel me? I can't think of none off the top of my head.
Impressive is the characters that Oda has filled it with. What at first can seem like a cartoonish gag character can, through Oda's storytelling, become a portrait of one by the end of this cruelest and most tragic. And this information is often delivered through weighty flashback stories, in which we're taken through the key moments of a character's life. And while a badly used flashback can utterly kill the momentum of a series, Oda uses them in such a way to give his characters weight, grounding, and motivation that otherwise just wouldn't be possible. Like, seriously.
Tear from Fairy Tail.
You see this dumb-looking idiot in a diaper? This is Senor Pink, and this guy has a backstory that is absolutely heartbreaking.
Wait, what the heck is this?
And upon hearing it, it completely changes everything about how you see him.
Nah, I think I'm gonna see him the same, my boy.
Wait, no. I know some of you out there don't believe me, so we're gonna prove it. Let's do this. Senor Pink started out his adult life as a member of the brutal Don Quixote crime family, where his days were frequently filled with criminal activity and brutal violence. Until one day, in the pouring rain, he met a woman who he immediately fell in love with. They got married, had a child, and for a while at least, everything was perfect. Except that Pink was still involved in the Don Quixote family, which he hid from his wife for fear that she might leave him. One day he's called away on a secret mission and disappears for an entire week, and upon returning, discovers that the day he left, his precious son had passed away, and now his wife, furious and heartbroken, demands an explanation, and he tells her everything, at which point she demands he stay away from her, rushes from the home in the pouring rain, before getting into an accident that leaves her in a vegetative state. Pink, devastated by the events, visits her every day in hospital, until one day, on a whim, puts on a bonnet reminiscent of their son in an attempt to entertain her, and miraculously, she cracks a small, delicate smile. And so, for the sake of seeing his wife smile, he continues to dress more and more elaborately, even enduring the ridicule of everyone around him. Years later, his wife too has passed, but he still dresses this way out of remembrance for her and of his beloved son. And so, one of the silliest looking characters in One Piece actually has legitimate character motivation for dressing this way. And in justifying this, he becomes an actual grounded, tangible character. What really gets me here is that this is one tiny, inconsequential character in One Piece's world.
That's crazy.
And yet still, Oda manages to imbue him with a sense of
depth. They about to get me attached to like every 800 character in One Piece, giving a backstory like that.
To say nothing of the amazing job Oda's done in establishing the main major heroes and villains of One Piece's story. Having so many characters with such fleshed out histories and motivation is the primary factor that makes One Piece's worlds feel so vivid and alive, and makes each individual character feel like a true story in their own right. The last thing I'd like to talk about with One Piece is also one of its least tangible elements, and that is the creativity and imagination that's gone into it. There's always a sense
somebody told me that that's called
Oda himself is enjoying the
or hockey or something like that.
Anyone.
The black stuff.
It can be seen in the new and creative ways Luffy uses his at first seemingly limited power. It can be seen in the bizarre visual design of many of the world's inhabitants and the camaraderie that takes place between the struggle.
The design of the characters at first, when I first seen One Piece characters, I was like, whoa, these guys look weird. But when I watched the openings, I kind of got used to it.
Hats, and even in the ever-evolving, unique structure of Oda's story arcs. He always seems like an author not striving to hit a deadline, but an artist creating a world and story distinctly of his own vision. This is something we're going to dig a lot deeper into in a future video, but for now, just trust me, simply no one writes a story like Ichiro Oda. So with all that in mind, where should you start? Well, the obvious answer is page 1, chapter 1. The manga is for the most part a fantastic read, but I understand people's reluctance to get into it given its insane length. And the anime comes with many of its own issues too, such as a weak production run and masses of filler. But if you're curious to know if One Piece really is for you or not, or even if you just want to dip your toe in,
I'm skipping filler, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not watching it.
And that is the fantastic One Piece Movie 6, Bara no Matsuri and the Secret Islands. Directed by Mamoru Hosoda of the Digimon movie, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time and Summer Wars, the movie encapsulates in a digestible...
Digital Master, Digimon the champion. Digimon, Digital Master, Digimon the champion. Nah, for real though, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the filler. It depends. I might watch the filler. I might watch it. I don't know, cause I didn't even watch Naruto's filler. I did it. I skipped every filler episode. I skipped. I watched Bleach filler, and Bleach had good filler. It had one bad one. It was the princess. If you watch Bleach, you know what I'm talking about. It's the princess assassination one. That one was whack. But I don't know. If One Piece filler is good, I'm going to give the filler like 5 episodes to bring me in. If the filler is good, then I'm going to watch it. But if I feel like it's slow, I'm going to skip it.
It's about 90 minutes, everything that makes One Piece as a series so much fun, on top of having some absolutely gorgeous animation and character designs, and one of the darkest and hardest right turns I've seen in any film for a while. It requires basically no prior knowledge of One Piece or its world.
What is this animation?
And I think even if you have zero interest in One Piece, seeing one of Japan's most talented directors put his own unique spin on the world of pirates is absolutely worth checking out. Guys, that's going to do it for my intro into One Piece, and there is still a ton more we need to talk about. The characters, their themes, Oda's unique visual aesthetic, and what cursed fruit he ate in order to actually be able to constantly produce a manga of such quality. And we shall in a full-blown why you should watch / read One Piece coming later this year. But I hope this video, at the very least, has given you a foothold with which to get started.
Alright, that's it. That's pretty much the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, join the Empire. Make sure to comment down below what was your favorite part of the video, bro. This was just basically another addition to all the reasons why to watch One Piece, basically. He broke it down really, really well. The One Piece world, how much it influences Japan, bro. Like I said, Japan is literally like an anime lover's wet dream. Everything, even the stores, is anime. Yeah, so like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on my socials. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Dre's Empire out. I'ma see ya.
Gotta hold my ground. Smile left and I lost and found. I don't cheese, I'ma walk in frown. Hey, you up, can you hold me down? Spin it up, cause I know you round. Left on, what happens now? Been around, look what I got. Back wound and a face on clown. And it's cool. Got a pill for you if you choose to swing that move.